Pittsburgh. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It is a cold night in western Pennsylvania as we bring you inside Heinz Field here in Pittsburgh. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Throwing on second down. Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The Texans send the punter out. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Quick throw out wide from Mariota. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On 2nd and inches, Mariota. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open it up to even more big plays.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
On second down now, it's Jones, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Ronald Jones, touchdown number 18 of the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. An extra point attempt to follow here. Put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the gun, here's Watson. Steps away to his left. And, boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He may try and run for this. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
First down, Texans.
Set. 19. That's what it's on. Check.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Finds the open target, Arnold. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Philip Lindsay, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks him, and they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Watson's pass intercepted. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Back to you. I'm going back to you. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. Set. Three. Check 49.
Jones. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Zach Cunningham.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. At the Texans.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Steelers 7.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
41's the Mike. 41's the Mike. Check 41.
Throwing is Mariota. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Come on. You better break it. Kill. Three.
Play fake. Mariota. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Chase Claypool, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Kicker on for the point.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it. It's a little bit of a turnover. You went right back though and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do, man. You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
At their own 25-yard line.
Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Now a good running play here to start the drive. That'll net them 14 yards as they pick up the 1st.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Faking the give. Now Watson rolling to his right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
55. Right there in the middle. 55.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
On the carry.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's going to air one out. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down at about 9 to go.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Now Johnson. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
4th down.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's get it poppin'. Let's get it poppin'.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And now the rookie's free. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Officially, it'll be a 68-yard punt return score. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs. Punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Watson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cameron Hayward able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
You know, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Being chased out left. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Another try after the first down sack. Mariota flush to his right. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. First down, Mariota. Ebron caught left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all.
10 at the 42-yard line.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Off the play fake, Mariota. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
End zone. Harrison Smith on the coverage.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. They'll throw again. Mariota. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with... seconds left.
Ebron, incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now it's the backup Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
His pass intended for Eric Ebron. Incomplete.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Buying time to his left. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
He's not going to get me.
They'll go again to Jones. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
The ball carrier.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Check 52.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to get back into this ball game. The defense got the stop for them, so maybe that can get things started. Now the offense has to pick their game up as well, and if they can put a score on the board, hey, they could get back in it in a hurry.
Watson, off play action. He'll find Lindsey here. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Watson.
And now Watson throws another interception.
It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
59's mark, 59's mark. Check.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Going for it all. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Steelers 31, Texans nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Another run by Lindsey. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, Watson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Cyrus Jones picks it. Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this 3rd quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. Down right around the 25. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Touchdown. 25 yards. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
38. Texans nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken in the end zone.
K.J. Hamler on the return. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Arnold. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, Watson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Stephon Tuitt. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. On second down now, it's Lindsey. An 8-yard gain, so that gets him halfway there. Now they're left with a 3rd and 8 more.
31.
With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Watson. And that will be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Texans send the punter out. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Steelers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
I sat down with my accountant. He said, I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. On the return, Harris. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Tffl in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
And it's third down.
From the gun, Watson forced out to his left. And that is incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they will take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Tonight's final.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Steelers, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Houston, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8.
And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the